Hello, welcome to another episode of Donald Trump voters finding out that his policies actually hurt him, this time about tariffs. There is reporting now that Donald Trump voters are understanding that the tariffs in China means that they are going to have to pay the price for the cost of goods going up, not China. And Trump voters are pissed. And I gotta say, I can't be surprised when we have people like this. This interview just came out moments ago of this Trump voter. By the way, ABC is going into the wild talking to Trump voters. Why aren't they talking to Kamala Harris voters about what we're all seeing? Regardless, they talked to a Trump voter and she did not know a goddamn thing about the person she voted for.
Because of his stance on Israel. She likes what she's seen.
I think he kind of came in strong and he's just taking care of everything that kind of happened over the last few years.
And while Trump's comments this week on the U.S. taking over Gaza faced fierce condemnation here and abroad.
What do you think about what he said this week about Gaza?
I mean, he says a lot of dumb stuff, so I don't know. I mean, he's a lot of talk. We'll see what he actually accomplishes and gets done. I don't think he's going to actually relocate everybody out of there, but I think that he's like working towards some sort of solution that will hopefully, help everybody.
It's incredible that his voters don't believe that he is actually going to do what he says he's going to do. That is what he's doing, especially with tariffs. And this gives me the slightest bit of hope. Did you see how she reacted there? It makes me feel like if he is going to go through this awful Gaza plan, then there's a lot of voters on the table that will immediately reject him if he does it. And they are going to be rejecting him because Waffle House is raising prices due to Trump's policies. Watch this.
Listen, as people from the South, we joke about Waffle House being the indicator on whether or not the weather is going to be bad, especially when it comes to natural disasters. This should be an indicator that the economy is completely in the gut. Waffle House announced that they'll be adding on a temporary 50-cent surcharge for eggs. Due to the nationwide rise in cost of eggs, we've added a temporary 50 cents per egg surcharge. Thank you for understanding. Listen, as someone who had to buy eggs a couple of days ago and the 18-pack from my local Kroger was like $6.76, I understand, but dear God, where are we as a society? Never in my life have I seen Waffle House introduce surcharges. Mind you, Waffle House headquarters is in Atlanta. I'm sick. I'm so sick. What the hell? Were you talking about an egg surcharge? What the hell? What's next?
So it is our job as Democrats to remind everyone that this is because of Donald Trump, because of no one else but Donald Trump and his inability to take care of the bird flu that has infected millions of chickens. This probably won't get better until May, I've read. And here's a Trump voter mad at Waffle House for a separate reason, and she brings RFK Jr. into it.
Near a Waffle House, I feel bad for you. Crystal, we don't come here enough. No, the reason I don't come here is because they don't have butter. They have fucking margarine. And I hate margarine. This is an abomination. It should have never been invented, and it needs to be done away with. You got RFK out here saying, oh, we're going to get rid of this, that, and everything else. Get rid of this, RFK. Start with that. You want to do something, get rid of this trash. I mean, look at it. Start with margarine. That don't even look good.
Okay, I think that actually might be a parody, but it's still very funny. So I'm going to leave it in. So on to the voters who are feeling the price go up. Temu and Shine, some of the biggest retailers in the world. Temu is more downloaded than Amazon's app, if you can believe that. They removed products as Trump's China tariff went into effect. The company also raised prices on goods by 50% this week, while the number of orders received on Friday decreased by about 30% compared to normal. Temu also made some of the products temporarily unavailable on the platform, but some people expect they could come back later. And like I said, Trump voters are now understanding that it's not China who pays the cost. It is the consumer. Watch this. Heads up, if you ever order from Shine, they're going to hold your package until they make you pay the tariff. I ordered over $100 of clothes for my family, and DHL is holding my package hostage and threatening to send it back or dispose of it. Shine has refused to recompensate me for my items and offered to reimburse me 50% of the tariff. I was not informed of this by Shine at all before purchasing my items. I placed my order, paid my shipping and my taxes. Now that it is cleared customs, they are telling me that the customs has directed them to reach out for $42. DHL reached out to Shine and they informed DHL that they needed to get the money from the recipient. Here's your warning. Do not order anything from Shine or Temu because your package will be held hostage until you pay the tariff. And before anyone wants to add their blame to Trump for everything BS and say that that's what you're going to get for voting for Trump, I know what Trump said. The tariffs would be on China, New Mexico, Canada, not on American citizens. And then here's evidence of all of that stuff. So here's a Trump voter, hashtag make America great again. And Donald Trump is feeling the heat because what he did do on Friday was he signed an executive order that would allow the low value products from China to continue coming to the US without additional charges because people like this woman were getting very upset. The exemption will again be eliminated after the U.S. Commerce Secretary establishes a system to fully and expediently process and collect tariff revenue. So because of how slow it is, they're stopping it, but they will reinstate it. So more posts like this are going to happen. And it is our job to remind folks that this is not because of anyone other than Trump. And yes, Trump said New Mexico, China, Mexico, and Canada are going to pay for it, but they're not. Just like Mexico was going to pay for the wall. Remember that? Remember Mexico is going to pay for the wall? Who paid for the wall? Not Mexico, us. And there's even this. Most of my coworkers voted for Trump, and 3 of them were joyfully discussing the tariffs, getting rid of our deficit. I asked them if they actually understood how tariffs work, and only one had an answer. The answer was that China and all the other countries had to pay to import things to us, and it will help American companies thrive. I told them that they should Google how tariffs work and watch 3 of them huddle around a computer. After a couple of minutes, I heard one of them say, quote, "But that's not what Trump said." One of them, in parentheses, the part-time receptionist, is on Medicare and Social Security. She's also diabetic. So I can't wait for her to get to the find out part of the fuck around and find out. How is the average American so damn stupid? It's a great question. But I mean, I do feel for people like that because they were conned. I know a lot of people watching this don't feel badly for Trump voters, but I do. And as someone said here, everything is going to be more expensive, which is a little crazy when you realize that a lot of the Trump appeal was with regard to the economy. And that's right. Things are going to get more expensive. They are more expensive already. And though Trump is doing some of the things he promised, a lot of it he did not. Like Gaza, having Elon Musk just slash away agencies, regardless of what the Constitution says. And yeah, prices are going up. So let's remind folks that this is because of Trump. And Trump conned them. And if they were the marks, it's not our job to laugh at them. We can laugh here. But we need to bring them back into the tent because in order to win, we have to get people that Trump made fools to realize that the only ones that they can fool is themselves. And so if they want to win and we want to win, we've got to get them on our side and vote against Trump. And I think this is part of how we do it.